In this video, I'm going to give you some bike industry news for August of 2024. I'm going to weed through all the fluff and give you some real important news, some bad news, quite a bit of it, but some signs of good news as well. What's up, everyone? FC here from E-MTB Review, and as you know, it's been a very difficult year for the bike industry, lots of layoffs and shutdowns, and I'm going to give you guys a report card of where we are now in August of 2024. You know, we're in the second half of 2024, a pivotal year, transition year, hopefully, and also the end of summer. So we have some good data on bike sales for the summer, the peak season of the year. All right, the first piece of news is a big one. It's that Fox Factory bike division is down 40% in the first half of 2024 compared to last year. 40%. That is a big chunk on what is supposed to be a recovery year. So what that means is you guys have not been buying the $1,200 Kashima forks and suspension, all their new technology. So it's been rough. Their non-bike division is doing a little bit better, but the bike division, 40%, pretty rough. And they're the leader in the industry, so that tells you kind of the state of the market for the high end in mountain biking. Second piece of news is Shimano is down 21% in the first half, and Shimano is kind of the steady baseline for the bike industry. It's on almost every bike: gravel bike, road bike, e-bike, mountain bike. So 21% down. That says a lot right there. And as a curiosity, fishing, which is another one of their big arms, which also suffered, outdoor industry, is down 7%. So not quite as bad. So bike is especially hit. I'm not sure why. Maybe you guys have some theories. Maybe bikes are too expensive. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Bike is suffering more than the other outdoor categories. Third piece of news is Giant is down 13% in the first half of 2024 compared to last year. And the kind of something to take note here is they're saying, hey, July was awesome. July was like better than last year. So there's a hint of a transition here. They're looking to China. China is becoming a consumer powerhouse, and Europe, they say, is becoming very stable, almost back to normal. In the U.S., they're still trying to figure it out, but we do have our inventory roadblocks all across the channel. Number 4 is Leot, my favorite brand in protection, from South Africa, is down 18% in the quarter over last year, and but the hint was they're looking a lot better for third quarter. So there's that light in the end of the tunnel starting to peek through. Number 5 news is GoPro is down 23% in Q2, and looking into the future, it's not good. All they said is we're gonna slash costs like crazy. So if you work there, sorry to hear. But really, the future is not bright for GoPro. They're just a very heavy cost company. That CEO has too flashy, too many cars, while their engineers is just lacking. What has GoPro done in the last 5 years, 10 years that is notable? Where are their new products? Where are their new revenue streams? And it's just bad. It's just a bad story all around. And I do have a GoPro, but I have no reason to upgrade from my 10. But now they have, maybe if I upgrade, I'll buy another brand. I'll buy a DJI. They have competition now, which is pretty stiff. A lot of technology in their competition. So that's the note from GoPro. Number 6 is Vista Outdoors. They own a lot of brands, ammunition, guns, and Bell, and Giro, and other stuff. They are down 14%, so still having a hard time. I think they're trying to sell some or of one of these divisions. They're just it's not good to be a conglomerate, because you can't innovate in the categories where you participate in. You can't recognize that talent, and those people are just not as driven because they're buried in this conglomerate. Number 7 piece of news is Rad Power Bikes has announced a 6th round of layoffs. 6th round. Rad Power, you think, commuter e-bikes, they should do good, but really, I think they just kind of were overzealous about this market and the competition and their position in this category. This is a very good market, commuter e-bikes, but Rad Power had a good brand, had a lot of funding, U.S. company, But what do they really offer that's different from everyone else? I'm receiving a lot of these Chinese commuter bikes and cargo bikes every week, and they're getting better and better, and they're way cheaper than Rad Power. So future's not looking bright for those guys. Number 8, a step in a different direction, is Amazon was found by the CPSC to be liable for the products that they sell that have no U.S. company. So Amazon is very smart. They've made billions and billions selling mainland China products into the USA and not giving any kind of warranty, any protection for them in recalls and whatnot. So safety is has come to the forefront here. Who's backing me up here? But Amazon, and what they do is they just pump you. You search anything. You search battery, solar panel, bike, and they'll pump you the Chinese mainland products where they have the most margin, where they make the most money on. But they're claiming, hey, you got nothing to do with that. If there's a problem, deal with the manufacturer. But now CPC says, no, you guys are liable. So it's going to be a fight, but I think it's the right call. Number 9 is an intermission. It's about the rise of pickleball. While I was researching in all my media, and I'll link my media sources in the description, I said, pickleball. Like, it's exploding. It's doubling in size. It's crazy. While we're struggling here on the bike, the pickleball is like, why is that? They have pickle rage. They have pickleball kingdom. They have pickleball universe, which are mega complexes of courts that are happening. They have leagues that are starting. Manufacturers are jumping on board. There's going to be competitive series. And why is that? It's because, and I did try it, it's because it's approachable. I've been trying to play tennis for the last summer because my daughter's home and she wanted something to do. And let me tell you, tennis is hard. It sucks. The court's so big and it's too much running around. And pickleball, on our first day, including my wife and my son, we're all like rallying and creating shots and smashing and whatnot. It's very approachable, a lot like e-bikes. And approachability brings growth and sustainability. It's fun too. So something to be learned. Number 10 piece of news is Troy Lee is buying back his company. Troy Lee, have you noticed in the last 5 years, they've done pretty much nothing. And that's because they're owned by a private equity from Europe that knows nothing about their business. But with a local family, I think they, private equity too, but they said, hey, Troy, we'll back you up. You buy the company back and you take the helm, you take charge and make something good again. So there we go. Hopefully we'll see good things from Troy Lee, very innovative company. And Troy Lee, he's a huge e-biker because he's had a lot of health issues, but e-bikes have put him back onto the trail and into good health. So hopefully he can create again. We're on to the good news, by the way. So MIPS is up 31%, which is very good. They're just a money-making machine, licensing their technology, and up 31%. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. That means helmet people are creating and buying again and all that jazz. More 10 received $22 million in funding from in Sweden. They're a Swedish company, and I said, what the heck? What do? They do nutrition. They do these high-end gels and bars, $5 each, and so there's money in that, especially if you cater to triathletes. So some funding. Garmin is up 14%. Very good technology company. Yeti is up 36%. Those expensive ass coolers. I have a $500 cooler because they gave to me. But man, it's not worth that much. But they're up 36%. That means people are starting to spend money again. And finally, Lifetime is up 19%. They own Sea Otter and they do the Lifetime Grand Prix, Leadville, and all that. They're very creative and they're very money hungry. They're very profit driven. They even trademark the name Ultimate Pickleball. They're gonna do a new competitive series on this market that's growing. So good company. They expensive for us, but hey, they know what they're doing. So there's the news. There's the news for August. We'll give you an update in the next quarter. hopefully with some real good news about third quarter numbers and how our industry is recovering. Thanks a ton.